A very good morning, dear students. I welcome you all to another video lecture of English, and today we are going to discuss a very interesting poem where we are going to study a wonderful thing which is going to be a message that we should retain with us for lifetime. Why am I saying so? You can guess it just by reading the name of the poem itself. It says, "Hope is the thing with feathers." So this poem revolves all around the thought of being hopeful. How important it is never to lose, never to give up. See children, I'm sure you must have heard this famous proverb of Hindi, "Man ke hare haar hai, man ke jeete jeet." So what does it mean? It firmly sticks to the topic that we are going to study today, because it is going to teach us the importance of staying hopeful. चाहे कितनी भी adverse situations हो, whether you feel that things all around you suck, nothing is pleasant, nothing is good, you have very little faith over things that things will turn back to something good. But hope is the only instrument which you can hold on to you, and it will always play a very sweet and soothing music for you. So in this poem we are going to discuss that how the poet compares the thought of being hopeful in all situations to a beautiful bird that keeps on flying, that keeps you warm in all sorts of situations. And he is using a metaphor. He is personifying the thought of being hopeful with a bird, and that's exactly what is being portrayed through this picture on the board. And who has written this wonderful poem? It's Emily Dickinson who has written this wonderful poem. In order to understand what exactly the poet wants to convey to us, let's go through the poem in further detail. So let's get started.
We shall start the explanation of the poem, "Hope is the Thing with Feathers." It's a beautiful piece of poetry written by Emily Dickinson. Hope is the Thing with Feathers, written around 1861. It's a very popular poem written by the American poet Emily Dickinson. In this poem, hope is metaphorically transformed into a strong-willed bird that lives within the human soul, and it sings its song no matter what. Essentially, the poem seeks to remind readers of the power of hope and how little it requires of people. The speaker makes it clear that hope has been helpful in times of difficulty and has never asked for anything in return. Hope is the Thing with Feathers is one of a number of poems by Dickinson that breathes new life into an abstract concept by using surprising imagery and figurative language. So in this particular poem, Hope, what we will notice is essentially hope, the importance of hope, and it will also tell us that when we start having a bud of hope in our minds, then it turns into a fruitful tree, and whatever the weather is, good or bad, it is always going to blossom inside us. It is always going to give us positivity in times of despair. And Dickinson is a very famous poet, and she is very well known for using images, for using metaphors, and this is one exact example where hope is being compared to a bird with feathers. So let's read a little bit about Emily Dickinson as well. So she was born on December 10th, 1830, and she died on 15th May 1886. She was an American poet. Her poetry is marked by short poems with short lines and unusual punctuation and capitalization. Even in this particular poetry, you will notice there are a lot of hyphens being used in this poem. Some of her well-known poems are "Hope is the Thing with Feathers," "Success is Counted Sweetness," "A Bird Came Down the Walk," Tell all the truth but tell it slant. And I felt a funeral in my brain. Dickinson's poetry was largely discovered after her death, and she is now considered to be one of the most influential poets in the history of literature. So we come to know that Emily has contributed considerably to English literature. So let's start with the poem Hope is the Thing with Feathers. Hope is the thing with feather that perches in the soul. So these lines mean that hope is being compared with a bird that has feathers. And where does this bird come and sit? Perches means to sit. So the bird comes and sits inside our soul, because it is in our heart and mind that we can be hopeful about things, that we can have a positive thought about a situation. And sings the tune without the words and never stops at all, and sweetest in the gale is heard. So now what is happening next? This particular bird that is hope, it is singing very melodiously in a very nice tune. It does not even require words to express a song, only the tune itself is so good. And this tune does not stop at all, it continues. For example, if you have decided to have all positive thoughts in your mind, to be hopeful in every situation, then this tune is going to go on in your mind. This positive thoughts will keep being a part of your personality, and you will always remain positive no matter what. And sweetest in the gale is heard. Now gale means a strong wind, and strong wind out here refers to an adverse situation, which could be anything. So if we people are hopeful, then whenever we are into a situation that we feel is uncomfortable, that is not pleasing, that is not up to our expectation, so that time this hope song, the song of the hope, the tune of the hope inside our soul, that works for us. Those positive thoughts help us in that particular situation. And sore must be the storm. No matter how rough the storm is, how bad the situation is, but this particular tune of being hopeful continues, that kept so many warm. So now the poet is referring that this particular hope, it is not just one person it helps to, it keeps warm to all the people who are hopeful. For example, I'll just quote an example. When the pandemic situation initially started, all we human beings throughout the world, we were in a kind of a state of panic, that how life is going to be. We are not allowed to step out of our homes. It is not safe to go out. We cannot remain closed in our houses forever. When the first lockdown was there, we were into a very adverse situation, and we could hear about people dying because of the sickness, and we were all into an uncomfortable situation. But at that moment, did we ever think for a moment that we are going to wear masks forever, or did we ever think that we are never going to go out of our houses? No, we did not. We always were hopeful that our doctors will do some wonders. They will definitely find out some vaccination for us. Definitely the time is going to change. One day we can breathe in the fresh air very freely without any restrictions. So this hope was not only present in you or me, it was present in so many people around the world. So that means hope keeps so many warm. So many people, all those people who have positive thoughts, who are hopeful, they are able to be warmed by this bird. I have heard it in the chilliest land and on the strangest sea. So out here the poet is trying to tell us that when the weather is so cold, that means the situation is very bad, but that time also hope keeps us into a great and good state of mind, state of health, state of positivity. And on the strangest sea, see, in our lives, everything is not predictable. Some things are very difficult to explain or express. We are in two situations that are unexpected, so it is quite strange, and it's like exploring an unknown sea. But if you have positive thoughts with you, if you have hope inside you, if you have the tune of hope buzzing inside your minds, then nothing can make things worse for you, yet never in extremity. So no matter what, how extreme the conditions are, how bad the weather is, how bad things around you are, people are saying what not about you, but you will not bother, and you will be very positive with the energy of hope inside of you. It asked a crumb of me. So what the poetess is saying, that when we are hopeful, it doesn't demand anything from us in exchange. It doesn't ask a small little crumb also. It doesn't need anything to feed on. It is just all giving. When we have positive thoughts, when we are hopeful, when we have faith on things, then what happens? It is grooming ourselves into a better person, to be a strong person. So we are getting something in exchange of being hopeful, that we become more strong to face the situations. But does hope ask you something? Does this bird, which the hope that has been, as imagined as being a live bird, so does that bird ask anything from you in return? No, it never asks you anything, but it is all giving. It keeps many people warm. It helps you to face all sorts of situations. So this is exactly the beauty of hope, and this is what exactly the poetess wanted to convey to us. So what do we learn from this poem? We learn from this poem that we should never give up. We should never lose hope, because when we give up, when we lose our hope, then we actually lose the battle. It's like we are actually defeated. But till you keep your hopes alive and you have faith that yes, things can be turned the other way round, then you will always move ahead in your life no matter what. So I hope I have been successful in explaining you the poem. In case of any queries, we can further discuss in our online Zoom classes. God bless you all, dear students.